Hey, this is Rob and welcome to the next part of Let's Play Dink Smallwood. In this part we're going to be travelling to the Darklands and basically just exploring that whole area. And in this part there are some new enemies. So right now it's time for enemy encounters. You've seen this little guy throughout the game? That's right, it's the duck. But in the Darklands it's an evil duck. He's alright though because he goes so slow that if you're trying to avoid him he can't really hit you. And even if he does hit you he doesn't do all that much damage. So he's not too bad. I'll give him a 35 on the bitchometer. Next up is a girl. Just like the duck, she's evil in the Darklands. Not nearly as easy as the duck though, because she walks really fast and does a lot of damage when she hits you. She's much more of a bitch than the duck, and that's right, an honourable reading of 90 on the bitchometer. Now I've got a shout out for the previous topic discussion, which was why would the guy on Cocker Isle try to make a flame bow when someone else has already made a massive bow, which is probably better. And the shout out goes to Murder. The flamebow guy is just a nubcake who thrives on torturing dinkers. After you've bought the flamebow, he's just laughing his ass off, celebrating that someone actually bought his greatly overpriced piece of crap. Nice idea, and if that really is the case, I think we're going to have to pay him another visit right here at the beginning of this part. So let's go. We're going to go straight to the Darklands, but first, I'm going to make a stop at that flamebow guy's house. I'm going to own him for selling me such a useless piece of steaming pillbug crap on a stick. I would rather put my balls in a blender than do business with this rip-off ever again. My masterpiece is finished. Well, I'll show you your masterpiece, you rip-off cocksucker piece of crap. Die! And that's what he gets for sucking on the cock of a bonker 24/7 and wasting my time. Such a rip-off. Everyone I dealt with while trying to get the flamebow deserves to burn in hell, which is exactly what I'm going to do right here. Burn with my hellfire. This is not a fun game. Yes, it is. That duck does not know what he's talking about. I have to stress to you how bad the flamebow is. Seriously. It is the biggest piece of crap you ever want in a game. I was talking to some people in the chat the other day, and even they would agree. Considering how hard it is to get, it's the most torturous piece of crap on a stick to try and get. And it is the biggest crap pile ever. And as those people agree, you'd be better off ripping the tail off a bonker's asshole and using that for a bow than buying the flame bow. What a piece of crap. It can't even perform a power shot. What type of bow? It's a bow, for crying out loud. Every bow can perform the power shot. What a piece of steaming crap on a stick. Now look at this. Sure, it might be able to do a bit of damage, but overall it's just a goddamn waste of time. And you're better off just buying the massive bow, because since it can perform power shots, it probably does just as much damage. And now let's go to the Darklands. I'm not even going to worry about buying the massive bow to test it out, even if I get enough gold, because the flamebow has ruined the concept of bows for me. It is the biggest piece of crap. I'm not buying any more bows throughout this game. However, you can buy the massive bow and test it out for yourself. I'm sure it's 10 times better. And now let's enter the Darklands, and that sign says, please be careful when using this machine, the ancient ones. Now what you'll notice is this machine is not hittable, which I found quite weird. But anyway, let's go. That thing will just spin around up there and then you'll disappear and appear at the Darklands. Now, the Darklands contains my worst enemy in the game, most annoying enemy, and my most annoying enemy in any D mod as well. Now if you just wait a second, I'll show you my worst enemy right now. It's the Thorns, a common obstacle found mostly in caves or dark areas, and you're bound to find it in most D mods in one place or another, and it gets an 85 on the bitchometer. Why? Because I'm rating it on the overall annoyance of it throughout this game and every D mod to come. Thorns are the ultimate bitch that fucked me up over over again. And there are some D-mods I particularly like when it comes to Thorns, because they allow you to get your revenge on the Thorns. But we won't worry about that right now, so let's get back to the game at hand. Now there's a lot of enemies in the Darklands that we've already encountered previously in the game, and in the Darklands right here they are a lot stronger, and you'd expect them to be because it's later in the game, so they don't suck as much balls. And as you can see, a pillbug just survived Hellfire, so that gives you an idea of how much stronger they've made the enemies. Now I'm using the flame bow right here, even though I do think it is a piece of crap. However, I find it more useful to just spam arrows instead of charging the bow right up, just charging it the tiniest bit and releasing, and then just spam arrows everywhere, and I find that to help a lot more. Just like that, and it owns. Okay, so now we can collect all the gold, and I'm going to arm her boots again, and we can own all these. Get lots of gold from the Darklands as well, lots of secrets. And if you ever want to get Flambow, I've decided it would be much easier if you just come to the Darklands and get it from here by collecting a whole heap of gold.